tuned in to the NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show.
Welcome back to the NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and here at the NFL Draft Bible, we've been bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. Don't forget to visit the website, NFLDraftBible.com. And joining the show now is probably somebody that you've already heard of if you pay attention to the FCS, if you pay attention to the Missouri Valley Football Conference. He is, in my opinion, the top linebacker in the FCS. He's linebacker Brett Taylor of Western Illinois, the Western Illinois Leathernecks. And Brett, I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to chat. You guys open up the season this Thursday. We're just days away from the start to your guys' season at Tennessee Tech. How excited, how eager are you to start off your senior season this week?
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to put me on the show, and we're just super excited. You know, it was a super long camp with the new rule of not having 2 days, but here in Macomb, we've been getting after it every single day with each other, and we just can't wait to hit a different colored jersey.
And Brett, you know what? A question I normally ask pro players that have already moved on and are playing professionally, and not so much college players, is what's it like to suit up for your hometown team, a team that you've been rooting for all your life? Brett, you're from Macomb, Illinois, which, of course, for those who don't know, is the home of Western Illinois University. Growing up, did you attend any Leatherneck games or events, and what is it like to play there in your hometown of Macomb?
Growing up in Macomb, I tried to go to every single Leatherneck sporting event I could. Between my parents and grandparents, they took me to almost every single game. And, just growing up, it was kind of like a dream come true when I finally signed that letter of intent to play for the Leathernecks. And it's awesome to have family close by to support you, and just the whole community that you're growing up with still support you.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure that's awesome. I'm sure eyes are always looking for number 44 on defense. They're the hometown kid, and of course you've been making plays there really ever since you arrived. And looking at your guys' schedule, Brett, I mean, it's going to be a tough one. Of course, playing in the Missouri Valley, the toughest conference in the nation, hands down, in my opinion. But you guys start the season on the road for the first 3 weeks. Again, beginning this Thursday at Tennessee Tech. Then you're on the road to take on one of the best offenses in the nation in Northern Arizona. And then you have to travel to Coastal Carolina, who, of course, is no longer a part of the FCS. They're now part of the FBS in the Sun Belt Conference. Not an easy start to the season before that conference play begins, Brett. Some teams, though, you know, as we see every year in college football, some teams like to schedule that what I like to call a gimme game, you know, maybe a Division II game or a game that that team thinks is a lesser opponent. Not you guys, though. You guys get things rolling right away. Are you looking forward to that road trip to start the season?
Oh, of course. Anytime to put on a show in a different town's nice. Obviously, we'd like some more home games this season, but if you got to win, you got to win on the road. So no better way to start off than with 3 road games and get the season going that way. You got to bring defense to win on the road, and our defense is ready to come to play, and I think our offense is going to play great too. You just got to lock in on the road, focus, and it's just basically business trips all the way around. So it's kind of easy to lock in on the airplane or on the bus, but I think we'll be up for the challenge.
They say that going on road trips normally brings a team closer together. Obviously, like you said, you guys have a lot of road trips this season, and there's going to be a lot of, or I would think there's going to be a lot of bonding moments or bonding experiences. I mean, do you agree with that? Do road trips help make you guys come in closer together, and does that at all help you guys on the field?
I think so. Between waiting at the airports, at the terminals, or just waiting on the bus, or like this first trip, we're riding a bus for 9 hours, but just coming together as one, you know, getting to know just more and more about each other. And I just think it helps a lot. And then bonding in the hotel before, after the game, I think it helps come together as one. And I think it helps us focus on our goal at hand, too. There's less distractions on the road, and you can just play football.
Oh, man, a 9-hour bus trip to Tennessee Tech. What are your plans? What are you going to be doing during that 9 hours? I mean, do you guys have any games that you play? Do you guys sing any songs? I mean, what's going on during those 9 hours? I'm sure a lot of homework is done throughout that time, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, start off with homework, and then for most guys, they just throw in their headphones or watch a movie or anything. But I like to just talk to other people. usually I can never sleep on the bus, so I just like to keep busy and talk to other people, just see what's going on with them.
Are you one of those guys that you're sitting next to somebody with the headphones and you're touching, tapping their shoulder, trying to get their attention all the time?
Yeah, as bad as it sounds, I'm kind of that annoying kid on the bus. But.
That's awesome. Well, hey, a 9-hour road trip, safe travels for sure. Now, Brett, over the past 2 seasons since you've become a full-time starter for the Leathernecks defense, you've racked up 278 tackles. That's an average of 139 tackles per season, 19.5 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, and 5 fumble recoveries. I mean, really, wherever the ball is at, you can find number 44 in purple. No kidding. No doubt about that. What did you do to prepare for your senior season in the off season, and what are your expectations for your final season as a Leatherneck?
To prepare more, I just try to get more like with the X's and O's on the whiteboard and film. I mean, you can only get so good with lifting and running and pushing my teammates all you can. But I think where I try to make a lot of improvement and just in my film study, getting to know the playbook even more, and then just competing every day. I got great teammates and great coaches, and they support me whatever I do, and they also make me better because just competing with them every day. Then for
Oh, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Then with expectations, man, we want to have a great season. We're going to try to win conference. We're trying to go 1-0 every week. So if you go 1-0 every week, eventually that leads to a national championship. Some might think it's crazy, but as long as the people in the locker room believe it, you can achieve it. So.
Well, you guys certainly have a lot of playmakers on that team, both offense and defensively. As I said in the opening, I mean, the Missouri Valley is no joke, but I really do believe that you guys will be there in the hunt, and I could certainly see your senior season ending in at least a playoff appearance, or like you said, hopefully a national championship. And Brett, you were a first-team All-American in just about every publication last year. I know we here at the NFL Draft Bible had you as a first-team All-American, a fantastic junior season. You finished 7th in the Buck Buchanan Award voting, which of course goes to the National Defensive Player of the Year. There's going to be a lot of eyes on you this season. There's a lot of eyes on you your sophomore season. There's a lot of eyes on you your junior season. Is that something that you like, and do you feel that maybe puts a little bit more pressure on you to perform as good or better as you have in the past with the success that you've had in years prior?
I mean, there's a little bit of pressure, obviously, but I'm just trying to get some W's for my hometown and some wins for the university, and just trying to come in and leave like a legacy with the guys I came in with, my recruiting class I'm super close with, and we still have unfinished business. And we want to have a special season this year, but I don't think it's too much pressure. I mean, with the guys on my team, you really don't feel no pressure at all.
Again, we're chatting with Western Illinois linebacker Brett Taylor here on the NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Chris Shanafelt. Don't forget you can check out this interview and more over at NFLDraftBible.com. It's also over on Twitter and Facebook at NFL Draft Bible. And Brett, I'm really a big fan of your guys' head coach, Charlie Fisher. He came over last year from South Dakota. What's it like playing for him? I mean, listening to his weekly radio show and seeing how much you guys improved in just 1 year under him really impressed me. And I know I'm not really supposed to have any favorites here, but he really may be my favorite coach in the nation. I mean, I'm a big fan of Coach Fisher, how he carries himself, how he coaches the game. What's it like to play for him and his coaching staff?
I mean, it's great to play for him. He hired some great guys to help coach us, and he really listens to players. He's a great players coach, always sees what our input is on things before he makes a decision, and then he brings great energy. I mean, half the time you'll catch him in the weight room just lifting with us on like a Saturday morning. He likes to get a little weight up to show that he can still impress us. But it's fun to play with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if not my favorite coach in the nation, certainly one of them. He's up there for sure. And, again, I'm looking to see what he can do in year 2 as the head coach there at Western Illinois. Now, talk about the offense over there at Western Illinois, Brett. I mean, this is the offense that you've been practicing against for quite a while now, especially leading up to the season every year. You guys will be without your 2 leading wide receivers over the past few years, though, in Lance Lenore, who's now with the Dallas Cowboys, and Joey Borsellino. That was quite a dynamic duo there in Macomb for quite a while. Who's going to be stepping up in their absence? Who should we expect to see more of this season? And how are guys like quarterback Sean McGuire and running back Steve McShane been looking so far this year in practice?
Oh, I mean, starting with the offense, you got to start with the offensive line. I think we got the best center in the nation in Jacob Judd, going against him every day. He's an absolute freak, and he gets after it. He'll really anchor that line. A lot of senior line. The line will be very, very good and experienced. And then Sean knows how to compete. He's a great football player, one of the best, and he'll get the job done for the offense. And then Steve McShane, one of the fastest and quickest people I've ever played against, and he's going to have a great season. And then with the wideouts, we won't have like Lance and Joey, like you said, but as a group, I think overall they'll be better. We'll be missing those two players, but as a group, I think there's more depth in the position. Zeke or Isaiah LaShore had a really, really good camp. Jalen Ackland had a good camp. Jared Brown came on strong, but I think we have a really strong group there.
Yeah, you know what? I expected a big drop-off at running back last year. After you guys lost Nico Watson, obviously that did not happen. Steve McShane stepped up and played that role perfectly, or at least as perfect as you can, in my opinion. I mean, he really came out of nowhere in my eyes. Now, I expect the same to happen at wide receiver. You expect you mentioned Isaiah LaShore, who I'm certainly going to be keeping an eye on. Final question for you, Brett, and then I'll let you go. This is really a question that I've been ending all of my player spotlight shows with this season, and that is just if you could sell not only yourself but the Western Illinois Leathernecks football team as a whole to the audience, to myself, and tell us why we should tune into you guys this season. What will they see out of Brett Taylor at linebacker, and what will they see from the team as a whole?
As a team and as a whole, they'll just see one big family having fun playing football and competing with each other. We always got each other's back on the field and off the field, and they'll just see one unit and one heartbeat just getting after it every single Thursday night and every single Saturday night.
Hey, I like it. Well, I'm really excited to see what you do, what the Leathernecks do this season. One of the more exciting teams, and certainly an up-and-coming team. I think a team that is going to gain a lot of attention and, maybe make a few upsets this season. I don't think a lot of people, you guys are on a lot of people's radar, but towards the end of the season and into the playoffs, I think that's definitely going to change. I'm very excited for the start of the season. Safe travels to you and the team, Brett, as you guys make that 9-hour bus ride to Tennessee Tech. And I'm really wishing you all the best. Hopefully we could do this again and catch up again during the season. Any final words before I let you go?
I just want to say thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to talk.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Best of luck, and I guess they say go Leathernecks.
That's right. Have a great day and go Necks.